We're back at it again, coming to y'all, expressing some more interesting details about the Internal Revenue Service. It says an employee for the purpose of this chapter. The term employee includes an officer, employee, or an elected official of the United States, a state, or any political subdivision thereof, or the District of Columbia, or any agency or instrumentality of any one or more of the foregoing. The term employee also includes an officer of a corporation. All right. So there you go. And your source for that is going to be 26 USC 3401 subsection C. So if you click on that, this is where you find that at. All right. This is under 26 USC 3401. All right. Under definitions. So we're going to scroll down to C. Come on. That was B. Okay, so here's C. It say for the purpose of this chapter, basically is what I just read to you, but they give you the source. Like you can click on these words. See how employee is highlighted in blue? You can click on that and it'll take you to like the actual definition. Or if you wanted to know what the definition of miscellaneous payroll was or payroll period, it gives you a specific definition for those. So that's basically the same thing I was just reading. All right. It say for the purpose of this chapter, the term employee. Okay. And you got to remember this chapter is Title 26. Title 26 is the Internal Revenue Code. All right. So when you're having conversations with regards to being an employee, especially if you ever had to have a conversation with the Internal Revenue Service, if you ever had to have some sort of conversation with them because they had an appointment where they had you come down to the office, whatever, if they sent you a letter, whatever, you're supposed to rebut and refute being an employee because they telling you by their definition, it includes an officer, employee, or elected official of the United States. Now, we done already covered in other videos what the definition of the United States mean, and what the definition of the word states. We already covered it. Go back to some of my older videos. I hate when y'all ask me questions about stuff when I made videos already answering those questions. Go back to some of my older videos. All right. You all need to be doing this anyway because they don't publicize my videos. You know what I'm saying? They don't broadcast none of my videos. So you all should literally be going to my playlist and just growing all the way through my videos, going back to like the very first ones I've ever made. All right. Because it don't show up in your algorithms. It don't show up in y'all feed. All right. So if you are not with the United States, all roads lead back to the United States when it comes down to the Internal Revenue Service. All roads lead to the U.S. All right? No matter how you slice or dice it. This is the reason for why y'all keep hearing me say, whether or not if people claim to be American Indians, autonomous people, aboriginals, indigenous, whatever, whether if you claim to be that or not, if you could say no to a couple of questions, then you're not liable for taxes either. So it doesn't matter your skin color. It doesn't matter the color of your hair. We ain't going to go there. It doesn't matter the texture of your hair. It don't matter the color of your eyes and all that. None of that shit matters if you can say no to a couple of things. So again, under 26 USC 3401, Section C, it tell you what the definition of an employee is. If you don't have nothing to do with the United States or the District of Columbia or any agency or instrumentality, that's going back to the Department of Children and Family Services, the Illinois Department of Transportation, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Those are what those instrumentalities are, agencies or instrumentalities. That's what those are. They're subsidiaries. See, that's another way of saying subsidiary. They just don't say subsidiary because that sounds more corporate. It sounds more business-like, and they're trying to convince you that they are a government. So instead of saying subsidiaries, they'll say stuff like, they'll say things like agency or instrumentality. of any one or more of the foregoing. All right. And that the foregoing is the elected official, the United States, a state or public subdivision thereof of the District of Columbia. That's what foregoing means. Hopes this help y'all, man, because like I said, everybody got some work to do. If you're paying taxes, you got work to do. It's just that simple. It can start with just a simple letter. You can write the office that's closest to you. You can write your congressman. You can write the senator of whatever state that you in and say, such and such congresswoman, such and such senator. What does this mean under 26 U.S.C. 3401 Section C when they tell you what an employee is? All right, it's Original Lone Wolf. Much love.